to go to the supervisors meeting yesterday in the morning at 9 a.m. I didn't get a chance to, pretty busy around that station, but I was watching it online, and as soon as it started, somebody was like, "Well, they pulled that item from the agenda there, item number 24, I believe it was, or something like that." But that is the agenda we were talking about on Monday, where it is the district attorney and her office going back before Kern County Board of Supervisors to seek approval for their agreement with Bakersfield Recovery Services to provide services in the Kern Family Justice Center for domestic violence and sexual assault victims. This after the district attorney cut ties with well qualified and, from my understanding, the only provider that's been in the Kern Family Justice Center since its inception in 2017, the Open Door Network. And there was a vote, it was on the agenda item 2 weeks ago, this topic. And at that meeting, 2 of the 4 supervisors in attendance, one of them being supervisor in the first district, Chris Parlier, went first in his recusal, citing the Levin Act, which in California states that a public official is not allowed to vote on an agreement or a contract or something that comes before them, in this case, the Board of Supervisors. And they are not allowed to vote on it if they have taken campaign contributions in excess of $500 within the past 12 months from any one of the parties seeking a contract or an agreement, in this case, Bakersfield Recovery Services. Now, Chris Parlier recused himself and said, "I've taken over 500, and when you look at it, he's taken money from the CEO of Bakersfield Recovery Services and other facilities that are ran by the same CEO of Bakersfield Recovery Services." The main group of them are, and they're all run by the same CEO and COO. It's Bakersfield Recovery Services. It's the Psychiatric Wellness Center. It's Aspire Counseling. Do we have, just making sure the disclaimer's up, because that is where, according to court documents, Zach Scrivener, former Kern County supervisor and nephew of District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer, is receiving his mental health diversion treatment in his felony case. So if that isn't a conflict of enough, the campaign contributions are. So it's Bakersfield Recovery Services, Psychiatric Wellness Center, Aspire Counseling, and then the same CEO and COO also are partners at what they call Genesis Medical Management, LLC, which operates Truxton Psychiatric Medical Group. They also individually own Manahara Ventures and Acharya Investments, in which they used these other businesses to be able to, and see, and also in California, not only is there's this Levin Act that says, hey, if you've taken over 500, you can't vote on certain things in the past 12 months, but there's also another campaign contributions, in which you're only allowed to give so much to each candidate during each election cycle. Well, when you have 5 businesses that you're running and all of them can donate to the max, And now you got a group of people donating 14% of somebody's campaign contributions, 20% of somebody's campaign contributions, the same group. So Chris Parlier had to recuse himself. This was all at the last meeting 2 weeks ago. Supervisor Jeff Flores had to do the same thing, recuse himself for the same reason. Because when I look at his campaign contributions, same group, same group of guys, same group of facilities ran by those gentlemen. And they were hoping, because that only left two of them left, Supervisor Philip Peters and Leticia Perez. And good thing the Levin Act only goes back 12 months, because if it went back more, Philip Peters would have to recuse himself too. Back in his reelection bid in 2024, he took money from this group. Accepted, I shouldn't say take, accepted campaign contributions. But thankfully, that was over 12 months ago, so he didn't have to recuse himself. But they didn't have quorum because David Couch was gone. You need to have a majority of the supervisors to be able to take up a vote. They thought, when David Couch comes back, maybe we can take up a vote. They realized when David Couch come back, we can't take up a vote. He's going to have to recuse himself too. Because why? He's taken money from this. He's accepted campaign contributions from the same group. He's running for assembly. He's got a higher threshold of which they can max out at. I haven't figured out an exact number as far as the total dollar amount that this group has contributed to campaigns within the last 2 or 3 election cycles. And so yesterday, when they realized, heck, we're going to look like fools again. There's 5 of us up here. 3 of them are going to have to recuse ourselves. We're down to 2. We're not going to be able to take a vote. We're either going to have to draw the name out of the hat, and we're all going to look like, what? You guys are doing what? Or we can pull it from the agenda and wait another 2 weeks, because I look over at Chris Parlier's campaign finances and I realize, well, the last time the CEO gave him money, contributed to his campaign, was back on April 23rd of 2025. Well, what's today's date? April 15th. When's the next supervisors meeting? April 28th. It appears Chris Parlier may be able to take up a vote on this. That's one way out. They would still put David Couch on blast and make him have to recuse himself. The other way out, the way that all the supervisors would be able to vote without having to admit to accepting over $500 in campaign contributions, is to say that, this wasn't a sole source bidding process, meaning we didn't only talk to Bakersfield Recovery Services. We made it an open bidding process, and we've talked to other nonprofits or other providers in the area that are interested in coming in, and we've opened it up to everybody. So now that it's an open bid process, the supervisors don't have to recuse themselves. They can all take up a vote on it. And and this is just me assuming now, I would assume that it's still going to go to Bakersfield Recovery Services, because every time that they have submitted this to the agenda, they've attached the contract that's already signed by the district attorney's office and by Ganesh, the CEO of Bakersfield Recovery Services, and it was signed back on March 5th. Can I see a list of people that you've reached out to, or at what date that you sent out notices that this is an open request? Because if it happened after March 5th, after this contract is signed, I'm sorry, I'm calling BS. Somebody better start asking some questions up there on that board. And somebody better start, Lucy, you got some explaining to do. Got to get to a break. I think we can take the disclaimer down now. We'll wait for the phone call. We'll wait for the text message or the email. What's that?
I was looking for the remote.
Oh, no, I got it right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it
No.
disappeared.
We'll keep it up for a little bit longer. Who knows? If you guys want to chime in, 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. We got a guest coming up, Michael Gates. He is a candidate for Attorney General here in California. It's making his way through Bakersfield. Tell you about his campaign and his thoughts of making California safer for you all. Lauren Skidmore of the Open Door Network will call in. They're doing a fundraiser today, Cans for Kids. I'll let her explain and how you can participate. It's a Wellness Wednesday. We'll talk about head injuries. Gabe Ulluoa of In Your Wildest Dreams will stop by as well and talk about the Sound of Bakersfield. And I've got tickets to that event coming up to give away as well. That's going on Sunday this weekend. So stay tuned. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. First Look with Scott Cox, morning 6 to 9 a.m.
On the Thursday edition of the First Look program, we got the latest in the Family Justice Center. We got the latest on Fredo Hormuz. We got the latest nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, news and traffic and weather. It's all happening 6 to 9 a.m. right here at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. Streaming live on the internet at kernradio.com.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
New
nice.
meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and
I gotta go get my water.
She can get a deal, but telehealth makes you feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, it saved time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Are you looking for a hospital that truly cares for your health and well-being? At Good Samaritan Hospital, they provide high-quality medical detox, psychiatric services, and medical and surgical care. They accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal, Medicare, and Kern Family. They offer Kern County's longest-standing inpatient detox program with dual diagnosis that combines medical care and withdrawal management all under one roof. Learn more at GoodSamaritanHospital.com or call 661-215-7500. Good Samaritan Hospital. They care for their community.
Carpet Outlet Plus. Every day is sale day. No one can beat us, no one can touch us. You won't find better prices. Shop and compare, we don't care. Take a look our way and come into Carpet Outlet Plus. Every day is sale day.
Carpet Outlet Plus is celebrating 30 years in business by offering you no interest financing for 12 months. Head over to carpetoutletplus.com to apply now. You can get new waterproof flooring and comfy carpet in the bedrooms, all from one trusted place. Over 70,000 customers can't be wrong. It's probably been time to change your floors for a while, so call, click, or stop by today. Carpet Outlet Plus, 3.5 blocks west of 99 on Rosedale Highway.
Carpet Outlet Plus. Every day is sale day.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRB.
You even just saying that we're getting kicked off YouTube. They're already waiting. Thanks for the Ralph Bailey show.
My bad. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. As we wait for our next guest, Mr. Michael Gates. He is the candidate for Attorney General here in California, going up against Rob Bonta. He's making a stop through Bakersfield, and he's supposed to be making his way by our studios here very shortly. In the meantime, 661-842-5376 if you guys want to chime in at any time. And for those that are listening and running off and telling people that I'm running my mouth again, because I know you're out there. Ralph used to explain, I've produced Ralph's show for a very long time, and we might have gotten into hot water a couple times here or there, you know what I mean? But we say some things sometimes. And he used to explain it all the time, like, it's not necessarily that they hear it or somebody that you're talking about hears it. It's somebody they know hears it and then goes and runs and tells them, and then it becomes a game of telephone that JR said this and JR said that. Just go watch YouTube. It's all right there. And if you're going to try to come at me, I got receipts. Okay. And if you're watching on YouTube right now, I'm holding up campaign finance records for the past.
Begin deep space travel, and I hope the listener is wrong. I hope most folks are at least interested in what's going on, let alone being fascinated by it.
Better you guys
have some interest in
try to reset the stream for you.
The Ralph Bailey Show. News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
Getting jiggy with it. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. You can download the Kern Radio app to your smart device. Take us anywhere you are. When you're outside of your car or away from the computer, you can also check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just look up Kern Radio and find us streaming live on YouTube. Just look up Kern Radio, subscribe, notification bell, and tell all your friends and family about us. I know it was kind of hiccuping. I hope it works better now. I had to reset that thing a few times on YouTube as there was, I don't know, buffering and stuff like that. So hopefully it's working now.
I know, I checked it out when Chris Orr had reached out to me, but it looked like it was fine.
Yeah, I was having trouble connecting at the beginning, and then I know right now it had said warning. So during the break, I figured I'd reset it, staying in the same room. And
our internet is acting up a little weird today.
Yeah, Rusty was in the building. You know
what
I mean?
Rusty was there all last night.
Rusty will counteract whatever he keeps Adaptive Network in business, basically. You know, he comes in and then Adaptive has to come in after. I know he's listening too, Rusty. I know you're listening.
We're going to need Jessica and Ryan to look at the Wi-Fi again.
Need you to come in. And Rusty was here. That's all you had to say to them. And they get it. They already know. They're on their way.
They are learning.
Oh, goodness. 661-842-5376. Anything on the text line before we move any further, sir?
No, we're bare at the moment.
Still waiting for our guest, Michael Gates, to stop in. He's running for Attorney General. I know he's got another appointment coming up at 2. So hopefully, I know how things work sometimes. I was talking to Clayton Campbell yesterday, and I told him the 2 people, and I guess 3 people now that I have to throw into the category. The 2 people that I usually give grace to when it comes to interviews or maybe like calling them off at the last minute or cutting them short, doctors and lawyers. And it's the same advice I give like to people. If you're going to be honest with anybody in your life, now I suggest honesty is always the best policy in all parts of your life. But if there's anybody that you're truly going to be honest with, it's your doctor and your lawyer. Those are the 2 people you never want to lie to. Those are the people that are going to try to help you no matter what. So don't ever lie to those people. You can lie to your tax accountant. You can lie. Don't lie to your spouses. That's not a good look either. But those are the only people that I also give grace to, because something that Clayton had to take a phone call from the court yesterday in one of the breaks. He's like, "Can I take this?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, trust me. Anything that you're doing on that end is way more important than anything I can be talking to you about." Doctors could be saving somebody's lives. Lawyers could be getting somebody, convicted or getting somebody off. And just, I shouldn't have said it like that, but it could be getting somebody acquitted. Is what I meant to say. Goodness gracious. Well, also coming up later, we have Gabe Ulluoa. He is owner of, I don't think that, I listened to say his last name and he says it so fast that I couldn't even keep up with him, but he's the owner of In Your Wildest Dreams. There's an event going on with the Bakersfield DBA, Downtown Business Association. The Sound of Bakersfield is happening on Sunday, I believe. So he's going to tell us about that. Plus, I have some tickets to give away for that. So keep on listening as well. Speaking of ticket giveaways, head over to our website, kernradio.com. You're going to see a picture of the Mac and Cheese Fest. If you click on that, it's going to take you to a site where you can enter to win a pair of tickets to our Mac and Cheese Fest. This is happening May 9th out at the Kern County Fairgrounds. It's a Saturday. It's from 2 to 6 p.m. It's 21 and over. So if you're not 21 and over, don't even bother going to sign up. But if you are and you want to attend, we will be giving away a pair of tickets every Friday, starting this Friday, all the way up until the day before Mac and Cheese Fest. So go get signed up, Mac and Cheese Fest, kernradio.com. You can enter right there on the website for your chance to win a pair of tickets, or just go to bakersfieldmacandcheesefest.com for more info, and you can just purchase tickets out there. I'll be there. Chris will be there. Ralph will be there. Scott will be there. There's going to be a dunk tank. I think Scarlett was on this morning. She is with the Bakersfield Ronald McDonald House. They are the recipients of because it's a fundraiser. We don't throw these on to make money. We throw these on because there's an actual nonprofit attached to them that we donate the proceeds to. And so this year we have selected Bakersfield Ronald McDonald House as part of that. And Scarlett Sabin was on with Scott this morning. So they'll be out there. They're going to bring a dunk tank. You can pay to dunk me. You can pay to dunk Ralph. Maybe you can pay to dunk Scott for sure. Romeo will be in the dunk tank. It'll be a good time. So get out there. Bakersfield Mac and Cheese Fest. I wanted to talk about yesterday as well. Up in Sacramento, there is a new bill that they are trying to pass. It is AB 2624. Mark DeMeo, he is calling it the Stop Nick Shirley Act. That is not what the author is calling it, though. She's definitely not calling it. Yeah, we're going to stop Nick Shirley. What is her name? I had it written down here. They were having discussions the other day in which he was questioning the specifics of the bill. Because what they're trying to pass this AB 2624 off as is protecting immigrants from threats. And there's a part in there that mentions independent journalists and going into places and pointing out what could be potentially fraud and posting that on whatever account it is that you have. I think Nick Shirley uses X for his. Other people use TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or whatever your preferred platform is. But under this bill that they're trying to get through in Sacramento, if you were to post something online as an independent journalist, going out, taking video and doing these kinds of things, you could be subjected under AB 2624. You could be subjected to fines, lawsuits, and even misdemeanors and being charged with a crime. Now, the authors of the bill claim that that is not the case, that they're just trying to protect in this new era of anti-immigration. They're saying that immigrants are facing more and more violence brought against them, and that this is just merely trying to protect them. Well, DeMaio points out, and I think I have some audio from a hearing they were in yesterday, points out that that isn't the case under one of the bill's stipulations. Here is Mr. DeMaio.
In this bill, applicants have to show evidence of threats, harassment, or violence. In the scenario that you've offered, neither of those things were trying to be
not
done.
under 6218.19. Now, you may want to amend your bill to clarify that, but 6218.19, let's make it quite clear. Ms. Macedo would be sued. She'd be subject to sanction if she showed up at these groups and said that somehow waste, fraud, and abuse was occurring, which I think is a matter of public import, which is certainly within her rights as a legislator on behalf of her constituents and California taxpayers. But if she posted that video, she'd be in violation, arguably, of 6218.19.
He is talking to Mia Bonta. She is the author of the bill, in which he was referencing a fellow assemblywoman who is now being heralded as the person that brought attention to all the hospice fraud that was going on in Southern California that amounted to $250 million in fraud just from this one rink of people. Just from this one network, a drop in the bucket of how much fraud. It's like rats. When you have rats and you see one, you know they say there's five that you don't see.
Oh no, that's roaches.
Roaches too. Yeah, roaches.
Especially those little small ones.
Yes. Oof. And it's like drugs coming across the border. Oh yeah, we stopped 5 packages, but how many got through? You know what I mean? And so when you come up on fraud like this, you can't help but go, okay, well, if they're getting away with 250 million, who else has caught on to be able to defraud the government as well? And so what Macedo did, is went out and did the same thing that Nick Shirley is doing in California, went out and investigated these places as independent journalist. And now she could be under this bill, AB 2624. She could be subjected to fines, subjected to arrest. She could be subjected to all sorts of things. They're saying, well, no, that's not the case. They would have to, say that there was threats made against them because of the videos that were being posted. And he's saying that, well, that's not what the bill says. You need to clarify that in the bill, because the bill just simply says if they go and do this, then we could fine them, charge them with misdemeanors, sue them. It doesn't say anywhere that, oh, well, they also have to show, evidence that there is some sort of violence being threatened against them. No, you left that part out. You're saying that, but you left that part out in the bill. All we're trying to do is point out fraud. That's all. That's all. Don't get mad. What are you trying to hide? If you ain't got nothing to hide, why are you trying to hide? Got to take a break. On the other side, Lauren Skidmore with the Open Door Network is calling in. She is out on Compassion Corner. They have a fundraiser drive going on. I'll let her tell about it on the other side of the break. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be right back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. First Look with Scott Cox, mornings 6 to 9 a.m.
On the Thursday edition of the First Look program, we got the latest in the Family Justice Center. We got the latest on Fredo Hormuz. We got the latest nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, news and traffic and weather. It's all happening 6 to 9 a.m. right here at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, streaming live on the internet at kernradio.com.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
When your business technology breaks down, you need help fast, and you need it from the people who understand your local market. Adaptive Networks isn't some faceless call center in another state. They're right here in our community with local technicians who know Kern County businesses inside and out. While other IT companies make you wait hours or even days for support, Adaptive Networks delivers lightning fast response times. We're talking minutes, not hours, because when your systems are down, every minute counts. Their team doesn't just fix your problems quickly either. They treat you like the neighbor you are. Real people, real relationships, real results. So why settle for distance support when you can get local expertise with world-class response times? Call Adaptive Networks today at 661-241-0638 or visit adaptive-net.com. Adaptive Networks, your local IT experts, always here when you need us.
Are gas prices the final straw to break the camel's back? Are you drowning in debt so that more gas means you can't pay for other essential stuff? Are you getting collection calls, emails, and texts on credit cards, medical debt, loans, buy now, pay later, and so forth? The attorneys at Clean Slate BK Group have a solution to make the nightmare go away. CSBK can stop the harassment, get rid of the balances, maybe even get your car payment reduced, and get you reset in the right financial direction for a fraction of the time and money of a debt settlement program. A Chapter 7 BK takes about 6 months, and at the end, the financial straws will be off your back. Log on to csbk.com and read what real people just like you have to say about what CSBK has done for them. This is an attorney advertisement. Your results may vary, and prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome. Clean Slate BK Group PC, located at 7 Penn Plaza, Suite 601, New York, 10001, is responsible for the content of this ad. For more information, visit csbk.com. That's csbk.com to end your financial nightmare.
Step into the spotlight at the all-new and always thrilling Hard Rock Casino Tejon, just 15 miles south of Bakersfield. Play your favorites across over 2,000 slot machines, plus baccarat, blackjack, roulette, and craps. And with Unity, whatever you do, you get rewarded. Play here and redeem at other Hard Rock properties. Enjoy live entertainment, exceptional dining, and energy only Hard Rock can deliver. Hard Rock Casino Tejon. It all happens here. Must be 21 or older. Concerned about your gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on Newstalk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
Welcome back. Slam! The JR Show. It's Current Radio. Check us out online, currentradio.com. Want to get to our next guest, Miss Lauren Skidmore. She is the executive director and CEO, I believe, of the Open Door Network. They have a fundraiser going on. They're out at Compassion Corner, right next to the KGET studios. Good afternoon, Lauren. How are you, madame?
I'm good. How are you, JR?
I'm always fantastic. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining on my face. I can't complain, woman.
I know. It's a great day. Although this morning when I was out there at 5 a.m., it was really cold. So
I saw you bundled up. I have KGET on my TV in my office all day at work. And I kept seeing your face pop up. I was like, oh, it's way dark out there. And then it got a little lighter. And then it got light. And I was like, goodness gracious, woman, you're going to be out there all day. And practically, yeah, I was going to say practically, you guys are out there all day. Tell the folks what you're doing out there.
Yeah. So from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. tonight, we are at Compassion Corner, right next to KGET Studios for Cans for Kids. It's a partnership with the Open Door Network and CASA of Kern County to really raise awareness about April being Child Abuse Prevention Month, and also to collect recyclables for our organizations to be able to cash in, and we're able to use that money back towards the programs to support our kiddos.
So you're talking about aluminum cans and also plastic bottles, right?
All of the things that you drink out of, aluminum cans, plastic bottles, they even said glass, they'll take. And so we're kind of asking for anybody to go through their recycle bin and pull those out and bring them to us if possible. And then they can't come downtown. Any of the SOS recycling centers said if you drop by their spots anywhere around town, you can say Open Door Network or CASA of Kern County. And that donation, 100% of the proceeds will go towards our organizations. So, and that is from here on out. They said now that we're in the system, they have a charity impact unit that they're working with. And so you can take any of your recyclables at any time and support one of the great causes.
Oh, wow. So it's not just today only or this week. That's going to be an ongoing mission for them to help pitch in for you guys then, huh?
It is. Yeah, we're really excited. We learned about that this morning. So any of the 6 SOS recycling locations will take those cans from anyone in the community and give them back to us. And we're just grateful for who has shown up thus far today. We've gotten some folks that have not only dropped off recyclables, but also monetary donations, which of course we always welcome. But we're also just raising awareness about the impact of child abuse and neglect. Of course, we know in Kern County, we have an issue. We have children that need our support and need overall safety and well-being. And both of our organizations, CASA of Kern County especially, being amazing court advocates, are always advocating for the kids and just trying to make sure that our children in Kern County get the resources, but no child should really have to be left in a place of lack of safety or concern.
Lack of safety or even representation. And that's what the folks over at CASA do, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I was just looking on their website and I was chatting with their executive director, Ashley, this morning, and they have a wait list of kiddos that need advocates. So if anyone's out there and they have extra time in their schedule, they need folks to go through the advocate training. They also have other volunteer opportunities, just like we do, where you can still work with the organization, support us, maybe not through that enhanced system, but we welcome anyone to volunteer with either of our organizations. And I think I've shared it many times. There are so many needs in this community, and our kids really need us. The kids need us to step up.
Yeah, and it's not just in the month of April. I know you guys use that to highlight what's going on, but you guys are working year round to help kiddos.
Absolutely. And just to highlight some of the things that we see, we see sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, general neglect, exploitation, trafficking. We're seeing a rise in sibling on sibling abuse. And so there's a lot of things in our community that we can't, just ignore and we can't shy away from because it's not the happy things. But there are organizations like ours. Kern County Human Services is doing their best to keep up with the workload. There's many organizations coming together this month to just raise awareness and make sure that parents, friends, neighbors know about the resources. There are mandated reporters out there, but there are also just the general public that can make a report. And we encourage anyone that is thinking that something is happening to call the CPS hotline. And our local hotline is 661-631-6011. And you can just make a verbal report. But also just, keeping in mind the organizations that are out there working 24/7 to make sure that children have the resources they need, not just because of abuse, but our organization working with homeless youth, we have 100 kiddos at minimum every night staying at one of the homeless shelters.
Wow.
There's just a lot of need.
That breaks my heart every time you say that there's little kids somewhere that are just that you have to take in because they're left on the streets. Also, the thing to do with, as far as parents, have the tough conversation with your kid. Like that, it's not easy. Trust me, I have a 9-year-old daughter. It's not an easy conversation to have with her, but it's a very important conversation to have with them because as we know and statistics show, a majority of the time, like sexual abuse or something like that is going to happen from somebody that they know.
Absolutely. That is the grave reality is most of the sexual assault cases are from a very close family member or friend. And I agree with you, JR. It's an uncomfortable conversation. And I will say it's honestly a conversation that they're never too young for.
Yes.
There's different phrases and ways to address it in different ages, but you need to make sure that your child feels safe to tell you about a situation. Remind them that you are the safe individual to be communicating with. A lot of times the perpetrator will tell them, don't tell your parent, don't tell police, don't tell XYZ. And so if you reiterate, like, no, if something happens, no matter what they say, you do tell me, that is a great place to start. And then I think even though it's uncomfortable, no parent should feel like they don't have the resources to offer their children. And so if you're uncomfortable having that conversation, I know that the school districts have folks that are trained in this. Our organization is trained. We're happy to have a conversation with parent and give them resources. Reach out to any of the superintendent of schools to ask for that assistance and just have that conversation before it's too late.
Yeah, because like I said, it's very important. The day your child is old enough to no longer be in your presence or being in the care of somebody outside of you and your home, you should have that conversation in some sort of way. just to let them know, hey, if somebody ever does say, don't tell mom and dad, that's the first cue to tell mom and dad.
Exactly. So true.
And like I said, it's a hard conversation. My daughter's 9, but it's valuable. It could come in use one day and save you from a whole mess of stuff that could come out of that.
Yeah, and I would just say, even in our agency, so how we are engaged with child abuse is we have a child abuse treatment team. So these are therapists that are trained in working with children that have had severe trauma in their life. So it's not just sexual assault, but it could also be severe bullying. We have a lot of kiddos that have witnessed murder. We have a lot of kiddos that have had very violent domestic violence in their homes. And so we've even had kids on our caseload as young as 3 years old.
Wow.
And so it is not something that can go without. Thinking about your own home at any time can be impacted. I think that's the hard thing is we think it's a certain demographic or certain side of town or certain individual. It's not going to be us, but it could. And if you don't know the resources, then it could spiral. And we want to be there to help support the survivor and help support the family through this. But we're also here just to make sure that if something does happen, everyone is ready. Everyone has the resources they need. And so just feel free to look up abuse reporting online and reach out to CASA or the Open Door Network.
Or get down to Compassion Corner today and bring your recyclables. They'll be out there till 6 p.m. tonight, right, Lauren?
That's right.
That's right. You can drop them off right there. Take your recyclables. Cans for Kids going on at Compassion Corner, again, to help support the Open Door Network and CASA of Kern. Thanks so much for calling in, Lauren. I appreciate it. I'm going to bring a bag later today when my daughter gets out of school, okay?
Sounds great. See you later.
I'll see you out there. That's Lauren Skidmore. She is with the Open Door Network. They'll be down on the Compassion Corner. Again, take your recyclables. Help them out. They're there till 6 p.m. Got to get to a break. I believe our guest showed up. We'll see if he's stuck around. Michael Gates, running for Attorney General of California. Coming up next, it's the JR Show.
Kern Radio, AM 1230, KERN, 96.1 FM, K241CI, Bakersfield, an American General Media station.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Lee Peters in Washington. The Trump administration is touting bigger tax refunds for American families and small businesses. White House correspondent Greg Clugston reports.
It's been a fantastic tax season.
In a text-day White House appearance, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said the IRS has smoothly handled tax returns this season, and Americans have benefited from President Trump's tax policies.
The president has delivered the record refunds to the American people.
Last year, the president signed into law a bill that included no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and other provisions. Greg Clugston, Washington.
There are fears the U.S. blockade of Iran ports could trigger a return to hostilities.
The standoff between the U.S. and Iran has deepened as Washington's declared it had blockaded Iran's ports, and Iran is threatening to strike targets across the region. Pakistan says officials are racing to bring the sides together again for more talks. Though last week's ceasefire is appearing to hold, the showdown over the Strait of Hormuz has risked reigniting hostilities and deepening the region-wide war's economic fallout. The blockade applies to vessels going to and from Iranian ports. The move could restrict the passage of the few ships that Iran considers friendly, which have been permitted to traverse the strait, as Iran has curtailed maritime traffic since the start of the war. I'm Charles Philadesma.
The Republican-led Senate has rejected the latest Democratic attempt to halt President Trump's war in Iran. The Senate on Wednesday turned aside a resolution that would require the U.S. to withdraw forces from the conflict until Congress authorizes further action. A mixed day on Wall Street with the Dow down by 72 points, but the Nasdaq rose 376, the S&P 500 advanced 55. More on these stories at townhall.com.
When you're vacationing in your RV, there are some things you can always count on. Laying out on a hammock, waking up to birds chirping, and board games with the family.
What? It's not cheating. Frank, you're scaring the kids. Oh, come on, guys. We're having fun. It's family time.
With Progressive, your RV is protected 24/7, so you're prepared for whatever you don't see coming.
Technically, it's a loophole. It's a children's
Oh no,
You're
we're
a grown man,
long-form
Frank.
edit, so
Progressive
you
Casualty
can go.
Insurance Company in affiliates, not available in DC.
It just depends on how much time you have. I know you guys
house. It's for your life. If your job is getting old,
approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on Newstalk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. Want to thank Michael Gates for stopping by. He is a candidate for Attorney General here in California, and it's back.
Yeah, the audio is back
Of course
now.
it's back. Well, I reset it. That's why. I didn't do anything to it. We'll repost the interview, I promise, online on YouTube with the audio for those of you that might have been watching. I don't know what's going on with Adaptive. Get him back over here. Rusty screwed it up again.
I don't know what happened.
I'm telling you, every time Rusty is in the building, every single time. I know he's listening. Rusty Birchfield, our engineer, every time. And then Adaptive comes in. And that's why you too need Adaptive Networks, 661-241-0638. They're going to walk across the parking lot at any moment, and they're going to clean up everything that Rusty broke, because that's what they do. And they can do it for you as well. Donnie Youngblood actually chimed in and said he has endorsed Michael Gates for AG. Just FYI. So he has an endorsement from our sheriff, and I'm sure from a lot of sheriffs up and down the state. As look, it's common sense, guys. We all want safer streets. We all want crime to go down. We don't want prisoners released on our streets anymore. We don't want sexual offenders and murderers released onto our streets. We don't. And that's what's happening. We want low-level criminals put in jail. Sure, if they want to get rehabilitation while they're there, I am all for that. But we need to get back to common sense and law and order. It's very simple. Somehow, somewhere, it was COVID. COVID flipped everything. It literally did. And somewhere along the way, we all got it backwards. And things that were the way they used to be ain't that way no more. They were able to flip it all around on us. And now the cops are bad and we need to defund police and they're doing wrong and da-da-da. No, there are criminals out there that need to be put away. What does Gavin like to say? Period, hard stop or whatever. But I want to thank Michael Gates for stopping by. You guys should check him out, gatesforag.com. We got to get to a break here. We're going to have Gabe Ulluoa. He is the owner of In Your Wildest Dreams. They have an event coming up, or the Bakersfield Downtown Business Association does, the Sound of Bakersfield. Tell you how you can attend and what you can expect. And I think I got some tickets to give away as well, so keep listening for that. Coming up next, it is the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Pakistan's army chief has arrived for talks in Tehran in the latest diplomatic move to ease tensions in the region and arrange a second round of negotiations between the United States and Iran. That's according to the Pakistani military, which said Wednesday that the delegation included the country's interior minister and other senior security officials. The military said the visit was part of the ongoing mediation efforts, but gave no other further details. A jury has found that concert giant Live Nation and its Ticketmaster subsidiary engaged in an anti-competitive monopoly. The New York jury decided Wednesday on claims from dozens of U.S. states that the entertainment ticketing behemoth was a monopoly that cost concertgoers and sports fans. More details at smnnews.com.
Headlines from the KERN newsroom.
Chris Davis. Suddenly, bicycles and teenagers were everywhere Sunday afternoon on Brimall Road, north of Highway 58 in West Bakersfield, say police. It was a bike takeover, and it was caught on video. 2 people were arrested in that disruption, a 14 and a 16-year-old charged with reckless bike riding. The man killed in a wreck Sunday in McKittrick has been ID'd by the Kern County Coroner's Office as Benigno Pablo Jimenez of Taft. Patrol says the 39-year-old died when he ran off the side of Highway 33 near Addy Avenue and flipped his pickup truck. It's still not clear why. And the man killed in a Monday morning shooting on Knox Road in Bakersfield has been ID'd as 30-year-old Arthur DeRay Ward of Bakersfield. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
Oh, it's already Wednesday, which means I can get to the stockyard even sooner. Where's the stockyard? What is the stockyard, you ask? Well, it's a little speakeasy right next to Casey's Steakhouse, 2525 F Street. You wouldn't even know it's there. You're going to see some ropes. You're going to see a carpet. Walk up to the door, ring the doorbell, ask you what's the password. Tell them, why not JR? They're going to let you in. You're going to walk into one of the finest establishments, not only in Bakersfield, not only in Kern County, but probably all of California. It's like you walk into a time travel. They take you back to the days of Speak Easy. Come on in. You can get appetizers off the menu from Casey's Steakhouse if you're hungry. Have a drink with Haley. Heck, I'll be in there this weekend. They also got live music going. And if you're looking to host a party, they got a banquet room. Maybe you got a birthday, a bridal shower. Get a hold of them over at the Stockyard, 2525 F Street, open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 6 p.m. to close. Come hang out with me and Haley. It's the Stockyard. Yo, it's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. We have more guests in the studio. I'm going to let us, he just told me his last name, and I already forgot it, Chris. Gabe Ulluoa. We did it together.
Jinx.
He is the owner, co-owner with his wife of In Your Wildest Dreams down over there on F Street. And the Bakersfield Downtown Business Association is putting on a little event right there in your guys' backyard in your parking lot, basically, right?
Absolutely.
Taking over the whole place on Sunday. And he's going to tell us all about that. The Sound of Bakersfield. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. I just said you're the co-owner. You and your wife are owners now of In Your Wildest Dreams. I know you guys just took that over recently, right?
Yeah, that'll be 2 years in June.
Nice. And you got the big location down on F Street now. How long have you been there?
I've been there about 4 years now.
Nice. Yeah. It's always been a fun store to walk into. Just all the different kinds of collections and things that you see in there, whether it was the old one more in downtown and now on F Street. You guys have grown so tremendously down there. What is it like to own one of those shops? I mean, it's an iconic shop in Bakersfield. When you say In Your Wildest Dreams, people know that shop.
Absolutely. It's very surreal because we were always like, we joked that when we would retire and we're old, I own a little card shop and my wife own a little antique store. And like, we'll just be like these old little folks just slinging video games and antiques. And then here we are.
I was going to say, Gabe, you don't look that old, my brother.
No, depending on the morning, I do feel that old though.
I feel you, my friend.
But it's a lot of fun. It's neat to really get an idea of what people have in their homes and what they bring in, just their story. Everything that people bring in from an antique or consignment side has such a cool, unique story to it. And even if it's just clothing, it's just interesting to be able to, one, see what people like, how they live their lives and the stuff they love to collect, but two, how can we provide a space for people to make a little bit of money, but also to keep stuff out of the landfill and give a second chance and a second life to so many things that otherwise we just got tossed or thrown away.
Yeah, and you can find so many things in there. I think it's really good, when you're looking for gifts. If you're looking for a birthday gift or Christmas gifts, those are the perfect places to go into because there's so much of a selection of different things. It's like you're almost guaranteed to find something for somebody.
Absolutely, and it makes it so much more personal instead of oh, I'm going to just get you this very generic thing that I found at Target. Here's something that is old or antique that is for you because I know you like X, Y, and Z. So I had a lot more thought put into that gift versus just like, here's this random thing that is disposable from Target or Walmart or whatever.
Right. Yeah. And like you said, most of them have stories behind them because you guys don't own everything in the store, right? It's like little pieces of everybody doing their corner, right?
Yeah, so we have a mix of consignment and a vendor mall. So we have folks who will bring us like clothing, stuff from estates, stuff from their homes, and we'll sell that on their behalf. And then we also have a vendor mall. So we have, nearly 100 small businesses inside that call our store their brick and mortar, and they operate and run their small business out of it.
Nice. So you give them a little spot to be able to have a business, literally.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you guys are part of the Downtown Business Association. And with that, there's a big event happening on Sunday. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So this is our 3rd annual Sound of Bakersfield event. So we try to have just a fun concert, really get local artists and local bands together and just really bring the community together. And what a better place than our large parking lot.
Right, yeah, that thing is huge. Because you guys do there's a fair. What is it? On Sundays or Saturdays, do you guys still do the street fair there?
Yes, we have our farmers market. Farmers market every Saturday, and then on occasion we'll do our. We've taken a break because it's gotten a little bit warm, but we usually have our second Saturday pop-ups as well.
Oh yeah, see, so you guys are doing stuff in that back parking lot all the time. Like you said, it is huge. What can people expect coming this Sunday?
So you can expect a lot of fun, different stuff. It's a very family-friendly event. So we've got the C10 crew. So we've got some cars out there. We're gonna have a couple little car show going on. We've got a kids corner. We've got some beverages for adults.
A kids corner.
Kids corner.
See, that's what's really cool because a lot of the times when festivals and stuff come to town, I mean, we have our own Mac and Cheese Fest coming up. It's 21 and over.
Yeah.
A lot of these are events that tend to be more geared towards adults.
Yep.
And it's hard sometimes to find those family fun events that are going on that you as an adult can have fun at, but you can also take your kid to. So
Absolutely.
There's a kids zone.
Yes, absolutely. And like, I think about me, I've got a 4-year-old daughter, and like, I think about, okay, do we get a sitter? Do we have somebody to watch her? And
that explains why you feel old in the morning, Gabe.
Yeah, I have a toddler. That's why I'm
But no, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, family-friendly event. That way, you can bring the whole family, regardless of age, in an area for kids to do something. And of course, music. Who doesn't enjoy music? We've got La Marcha. We've got Dub Seeds. I mean, we've got some great artists coming out.
Dub Seeds will be there.
Yeah, Dub Seeds will be there.
I just love live music in general. It doesn't matter what type of music it is for me. I appreciate jazz. I appreciate hip hop. I appreciate all of it. I can span the spectrum. So when you go, oh yeah, we're gonna have this person. It's like those are 2 totally different artists. So
very much so. And like, it's just showcasing. Like, you think of Sound of Bakersfield, you think specifically just country.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go out to Buck Owens Crystal Palace, and we're gonna have a grand old time.
Right. And that's, part of our roots, part of our culture in Bakersfield, but we like to do the Sound of Bakersfield where it's really all sounds of Bakersfield.
Because we have so many artists that have come out of here. I mean, obviously, like you said, the roots are Buck Owens, Merle Haggard, that original country. Then we have other artists like Korn, obviously, one of the biggest bands that have ever come on, and they're right here from Bakersfield. They've changed rock music.
They really have.
They literally changed rock music when they came out, and that's the sound of Bakersfield. And then you have jazz players that have come out of here, the really, really good. I mean, what's his name that was nominated for a Grammy recently? Porter is a big guy from here, and so when people hear sound, they, like you said, they automatically think country western, but we're so much more than that, and you guys are showcasing that.
100%.
Yeah. And then the kids corner, what else do you guys got going on out there?
So we'll have that. We'll have car show. We'll have food vendors out there. We'll have some other vendors kind of selling like jewelry and just a bunch of other just local makers and people who are just selling. So really focusing on Bakersfield and local and people here in our community, small businesses, and just wonderful sounds.
Nice. And what time is that kicking off?
Starts from 1 to 7.
1 to 7 p.m. Mm-hmm. That's a good chunk of day right there. Yes, so you can come out, you can spend a couple hours if you want, hang out with the family, something to do. It's going to be nice on Saturday and Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the weather is going to be lovely, lovely, lovely. If people want to go, how can they get more information or grab some tickets?
Downtown Business Association or DBA, hit us up on Instagram, go to our website. Well, we've got a link for tickets, and I believe we're giving away some tickets.
We do. We have a whole slew of tickets to give away, so we're going to be doing that. And then if you guys want to go down there on Sunday, we'll give you an opportunity here. Not right now. People jump the gun, Gabe. I got to keep them I got to keep them, because once you say giveaway tickets,
The phone lines blow up.
The phones start ringing, and Chris is like, he didn't even say he was giving them away now. He just said he has some to give away. So I always make them wait just a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we do have some tickets to give away. But you said the website, they can go on the website or look at Instagram.
Instagram or website's got our link. Downtown Business Association, hit us up, and then you can get tickets online. VIP tickets are exclusive, like a little access area, $25. Otherwise, it's $10.
There's a VIP
There's a
area.
VIP area.
Ooh.
So you've got your beer and seltzer in the general admission area, and then
Right.
you've got your mixed drinks in the VIP area.
Oh, I may have to go VIP.
I think so.
I think I'm kidless on Sunday.
Oh, even better.
No, yeah, but I mean, if you are not kidless, though, you can, like you said, take your kid there. You're gonna have a whole kid zone.
Yeah.
Because I saw the map and I'm like, where are they putting all this at?
So they have a large part of our parking lot all the way, like from our dumpster to two of our neighbors, all the way back towards the alley. So like when you look at our parking lot, we walked it, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of space.
There's a lot of
Like, there's a
space.
ton of space. There's plenty of space.
Yeah, and there's a parking lot next door that's just as big, so there's going to be plenty of parking, plenty of space for everybody to be able to
We
get.
still have parking on both sides, from the Lyles Beauty School side, from Village Grill side. We also have the two adjacent parking lots just right across 28th and then 30th. So plenty of parking.
Plenty of parking, plenty of activities, plenty of things to do. Enough fun for the whole family because they will have a kid zone. Again, it's going on Sunday from
1 to 7.
1 to 7 p.m. It's out at In Your Wildest Dream. Gabe, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you, JR. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it, man. We'll bring you guys back because I have so much. Just that store, In Your Wildest Dream. You still got a pink, right?
Pink and green. Just like your outfit, actually, right now. So you're actually repping In Your Wildest Dreams colors.
I didn't even do that on purpose. I didn't even know you were coming on today when I got dressed. Should I just go down to the store right now?
I think so, and just take a picture outside.
Just take a picture outside. I'm thinking this could happen.
I think it's gonna happen.
I think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna go take a picture with Gabe. You guys come out on Sunday from 1 to 7 p.m. down there and In Your Wildest Dreams in the back. Just come to the parking lot in the back, down off of F Street. We'll be hanging out. If you guys want to get tickets, look them up online, Downtown Business Association, or just on Instagram. They got links all over the place. Plus, I got some tickets to give away in the next segment, so stick around for that. Come and hang out with me on Sunday. Got to get to a break. On the other side, we'll check those text messages. 661-842-5376. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be right back. I didn't even realize that.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. First Look with Scott Cox, morning 6 to 9 a.m.
On the Thursday edition of the First Look program, we got the latest in the Family Justice Center. We got the latest on Fredo Hormuz. We got the latest nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, news, traffic, and weather. It's all happening 6 to 9 a.m. right here at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, streaming live on the internet at kernradio.com.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey for Sangera Subaru. So winter is gone. The weather's finally starting to get warmer. Time to head over to Sangera Subaru. Wouldn't it be nice to drive off in a brand new Subaru? Just imagine the sunroof is open, your hair dangling in the wind. You feel the warmth of the sun. And if you're talking sporty and comfortable, then the choice is clearly the Outback. Did I mention affordability? You can lease a 2026 Outback Premium CVT for only $239 a month for 36 months and just $4,700 down due at signing. Plus, every Subaru comes standard with symmetrical all-wheel drive, and the offer ends April 30th, so stop by and see Damon Culbertson, Hassan Levy, and test drive a brand new Outback. Sangera Subaru, paving the way for a better community at 5500 Gasoline Alley Drive in the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
Lease a 2026 Outback Premium CVT, model code TDD-11 for $239 a month for 36 months with zero security deposit, $4,700 plus registration and title fees, first payment, upfront taxes, and $85 doc fee due at inception. Lease based on 7,500 mile year limit, 15 cent per mile overage, MSRP $37,158, VIN number TY462135, available to qualified customers through SMF with Tier 1 SCA on approved credit valid through 4/30/26.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-498-6548. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-498-6548. That's 800-498-6548. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment coming after my house.
Kathy
my
and
car.
Chris.
Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
I figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were.
Just so you know, Kathy's coming on next to host for Ralph Bailey. And what was her lineup again, Chris? I'll let Chris tell you guys her lineup.
Take Wesley's advice. If you're in control of the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else. Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800.
Oh, goodness.
800-343-6460.
You guys, yeah. I set them up. They bring them in. Oh my goodness! Sometimes just life is it's fun. It is fun. Wouldn't have it any other way. We don't want to leave those papers behind for Kathy. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. Check us out online, currentradio.com. You can download the Current Radio app on your smart device. Find us on social media. Just search up Current Radio and streaming live on YouTube. Just do the same. Search up Current Radio. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Want to thank all of our guests for coming in today. Had a whole bevy of them. Michael Gates, he is running for Attorney General here in California. He's a trial attorney and also the city attorney for Huntington Beach for about a decade before working with the Trump administration. Now back in California, trying to become the next Attorney General. If you want more information on him, gatesforag.com. Also want to thank Lauren Skidmore for calling in. She is out at Compassion Corner. It is, I always forget that, 22nd and L? Yeah, I got it right. 22nd and L Street, right next to the KGET studios. They have a little fundraiser going on called Cans for Kids. If you guys have recyclables that you've been swearing that if you're like my mom, who, God bless her, loves to recycle. I started recycling when my grandfather was still alive, and all of us cousins and grandkids would recycle, and my grandfather would come around to all of our houses, pick up all the recyclables and go and turn them all in, and he'd get a couple $100 because we all collected all the cans for him, and then we'd all show up for breakfast on Sunday morning. We thought that was fair. But after my grandpa passed, nobody was collecting the cans anymore. They just sat there, and my mom continued to collect cans, and she still does to this day. That's why I told Lauren, I think I have a can in my bag of cans of recyclables in my garage right now. I'm going to run them over there after the show. But if you guys also have some recyclables, plastic bottles, glass bottles, cans, any kind of recyclables, get down to the corner of 22nd and L Street, Compassion Corner, right next to KGT. They are collecting those to benefit the Open Door Network and CASA of Kern County. Also want to, that's it, right? Did I have any other guests? Oh, Gabe just left. Duh. Ulluoa. Gabe Ulluoa, he is owner of In Your Wildest Dreams, just told us about the Sound of Bakersfield event going on this Sunday down there on F Street behind In Your Wildest Dreams in the parking lot. It's going on from 1 to 7 p.m. So if you guys are looking for something to do on Sunday, there is that. And that is all that we've learned. Well, not all we've learned, but all that we've learned today on the JR Show. Stay tuned. Coming up next, the Ralph Bailey Show. Ralph is out. He is at Dodger Stadium. They're probably there right now. They're probably sitting outside. What time did the gates open up? The game starts at
gates open at 4, so they're for sure they're all right.
Oh yeah, they're standing outside the gates right now. Parking lot opens up probably at 2:30. Yeah, they're there. They're there. Ralph enjoying a Dodger game today for Jackie Robinson Day. Kathy Abernathy will be filling in for Ralph Bailey, so stay tuned for that. 661-842-5376. Anything on the text board, sir?
At the moment, no, we're bare.
We are good to go. If you guys want to chime in at any time, 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. Did you see this? This came out just as I was coming on the air at 1 o'clock. I had noticed the news come across the wire. Civil rights leader, and I warned you guys about this, I believe was just yesterday. I felt like I was talking about Dolores Huerta in this rush to make her the new face of the civil rights movement for farm workers, civil rights. This after the fall with the accusations leveled against Cesar Chavez. And there would be this gigantic rush to make her the new face, the new leader, after she too even accused Cesar Chavez of sexual assault, if not rape. Even says that she fathered a child with him and kept it a secret that nobody knew, even though we all knew, all of us. And now there's this rush. I saw it the other day. They were painting a mural of Dolores Huerta down in LA somewhere. And there's just going to be this big rush to usher her in as the new face. Well, civil rights leader, activist, and co-founder of the United Farm Workers, Dolores Huerta, was named to Time magazine. Yes, that Time magazine, their 100 most influential people list of 2026. She was named to the Pioneers list. For Time, Gloria Steinman, a feminist and social political activist and co-founder of the second wave feminist movement, wrote of Huerta in the activism world, in which the two both lived during the 60s and 70s. Steinman described Huerta as, quote, a fierce political organizer who helped farm workers achieve better pay and worker protections. Last month, Huerta released a statement accusing the late labor leader and founder of the United Farm Workers, Cesar Chavez, of sexually assaulting her and fathering 2 of her children that she claims she's kept secret for other family members to raise, and even went on to marry Cesar Chavez's brother. Now, what they don't mention is that there is also a pending lawsuit against the Dolores Huerta Foundation. This going back to September of 2025, before any of these allegations came to light, in which a former staffer claims that she was wrongfully terminated. And she's also claiming that they were using donations improperly. And so there is a lawsuit pending for a court, and I didn't get the chance to look it up of place, but it's within a month that this lawsuit is going to happen. So I just tell people, slow down in this rush to make Dolores Huerta the new face of the farm workers movement. This need to replace Cesar Chavez, when why does it need a face? Why have to go and build somebody back up only to find out that they may too have some skeletons in their closet? Just let it be the United Farm Workers. Just let it be without, like, I don't understand this quick rush to usher her in. I don't. I guess I come from a different breed of Hispanics. I've never worshipped these people. I know in this community, they're very, very, in certain parts of the community, Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta never have done any wrong. Well, there's a whole nother group of people that will tell you differently on the both of them. Now we know the claims and accusations that have come out against Cesar Chavez. But I think with this lawsuit, we're only starting to barely even scratch the surface of who really is Dolores Huerta and how she has been a leader in the farm workers' civil rights movement. So I guess do what you guys will. If you want to start painting murals and building her up, it just, I would just take a second. Take a second. There's no need to go ahead and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be shocked if every single school, street, or whatever that is named after Cesar Chavez, somehow automatically all of them become Dolores Huerta. I'm just saying. Hopefully not here. Hopefully it doesn't happen down South Day Street. But just slow down. That's all I say. Just let the movement have their movement. They don't need a face. Just let the movement be the face itself. Ah, goodness gracious. Like I said, stay tuned. Coming up next is the Ralph Bailey Show. Ralph Bailey is on vacation, and Kathy Abernathy, who is Ralph's regular on Monday, will come in, talk some politics. Who does she have coming on, Chris? I forgot already. She just told me. I know my favorite. I was hanging out with them on Saturday night. Zach Bashir-Tash, city councilman, is going to stop by and talk with Kathy Abernathy for a moment. That's always a good conversation whenever the best city councilman sitting up there is doing an interview. So stick around for Zach Bashir-Tash. Who else does she have? I know there was some other guests that you listed, Chris. Who else is on there? Can you hear? Who else does she have on? I know you said there was some other.
I know we have Jeff Flores coming in.
Oh, that's interesting. We were
Dave
talking
Knorr as well.
Dave Knorr. He used to be the mayor of Taft, if I'm not mistaken.
And McFarland Mayor Saul Ayoun.
Yeah, he's running in a race too. So it'd be nice to hear from some of them candidates as well. Should be a very, very good show. So stick around for Kathy Abernathy. Come back and join us tomorrow on a Thursday. I promise I'll give away those tickets to the Sound of Bakersfield. I'm going to blow them out. I have a whole bunch of them, and we're going to figure out a fun, clever way for that to happen. But I got to get out of here for the day. Again, Kathy Abernathy filling in for the Dodger-bound Ralph Bailey on Jackie Robinson's day. It's also tax day, so if you haven't done those, get in there and do your taxes as well. I got to go grab my daughter. This has been the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you.
Kern Radio, AM 1230.
All right, you guys, be good. I don't know if Kathy is doing YouTube, so don't know, but we'll find out. Have fun, y'all.